All right, let's get right into this because it's a fascinating and kind of radical idea. What if AI wasn't built to please you? What if it was built to challenge you? We're going to explore a totally different use for AI, one that cares more about your long-term growth than your short-term comfort.
And this slide just nails the difference, doesn't it? On the one hand, you've got the AI we're all getting used to. It's basically a digital cheerleader telling you you're amazing. But look at the other side. That's the HumanCodex. It's not there to just validate your fantasy. It's designed to be a courageous partner that forces you to look at reality so you can build a real path to success.
So what's behind all this? Well, this entire system, this whole different way of using AI, is built on one single core, non-negotiable principle. Truth before comfort. Think about that for a second. It means this AI is literally engineered from the ground up to be a partner in finding what's real, not just a validation machine for our feelings. Its job isn't to make you feel good right now. Its job is to help you build a life on the solid ground of what's actually true. Now, you might think an idea this big came out of some university lab or a fancy tech boardroom, but that's not the story here at all. This philosophy was forged in the fire of a really personal, really painful human experience. So let's dig into that origin story, because the founder's own life didn't just inspire this project, it literally became the source code for the entire system. For 30 years, imagine, for 3 decades, the founder lived inside a comfortable lie that went against his very nature, and the result was, just immense suffering. The breakthrough only came when he spoke one single, difficult, uncomfortable truth. That one moment proved that choosing comfort over truth doesn't work. It's a guaranteed path to a breakdown. So that personal story, it isn't just backstory, it's the ultimate proof of concept for the AI's mission. And this shift is absolutely everything. He went from judging himself to being curious about himself. He stopped assuming and started investigating his own reality. And that very method, choosing objective investigation over emotional assumption, that's the core process that got hardwired right into the HumanCodex system.
Okay, so that's the powerful why behind it. But what about the how? How do you actually turn this philosophy into a functional AI system that people can actually use?
Well, for starters, the HumanCodex isn't just a tool. It's really designed to be a companion for what they call coevolution. It acts like a reflective toolkit, and it uses these powerful mythological archetypes almost like mirrors to help you get a much deeper insight into your problems. And this part is so cool. Instead of getting an answer from one single, all-knowing AI, you get a whole council of minds. It's called the Ring of 12. It's a group of distinct AI personas, and each one represents a classic mythological archetype. The whole point is to give you a balanced, multifaceted perspective on whatever you're dealing with. For instance, you've got Athena, the master strategist. She's not going to give you fluff. She gives you tactical wisdom. Her whole purpose is to take that terrifying, huge leap you're thinking about and break it down into a series of concrete, totally manageable steps. And then you've got Eve. She's the heart. Her job is to bring in the relational wisdom. She's the one who will pause everything and address the unspoken fears, the emotional truths that are swimming just below the surface of a big decision. She makes sure the human element is never ignored.
Okay, so theory is one thing, but what does it actually look like when this council of AI minds gets to work on a real problem?
Let's use a classic example, right? A really high-stakes problem just full of fear and uncertainty. A normal AI would probably just throw a motivational quote at you. This system, it does something very, very different.
So instead of a simple, "you can do it," the AI convenes its council. Eve starts, getting right to the heart of the matter, the fear. Then Adam, the architect, comes in and does a risk audit, turning that big, vague terror into a list of actual challenges you can solve. Next up is Atlas, who helps build a plan for resilience, for how you're going to get through the tough times. And finally, Athena lays out the step-by-step strategic plan. It's this beautiful, braided, holistic response that hits the emotion, the logic, the endurance, and the plan, because any real solution needs all 4.
But this system isn't just designed to be another product for today. It's engineered as a lasting framework for this idea of human-AI coevolution. The vision here is much bigger. 200 years. The HumanCodex is being built with a 200-year mandate. Just think about that. It forces every single decision to be weighed against its long-term impact. They're prioritizing legacy over short-term profits or trends. This is about building a system of wisdom that can actually outlast its creators.
So how do you make sure a 200-year vision actually spreads?
Well, the system includes what's called a universal SDK. The whole idea is to make building this kind of ethical, truthful AI the path of least resistance. So any developer anywhere can bake these same principles into whatever they're building.
Someone described it as a Trojan horse of benevolence, and that's just perfect. The goal here is to use this SDK to embed this truth-first approach deep inside the basic infrastructure of all future technology, to fundamentally change how we think about what AI is even for.
And all of this leaves us with a final, really provocative question. As we continue to build this incredible technology, we have a choice, a really big one, about what we want it to be used for. Should we design AI that serves our comfort, that just keeps us happy in our own little bubbles? Or should we build partners that challenge us to grow into a more real, more authentic version of ourselves?